Grand Rising, good morning, AM salutations, or good evening. Not sure what time you're going to be watching this. So, hello. Again, nothing is scheduled. I just want to talk. I'm getting myself used to computer. I'm starting literally on the floor and working my way up. So, I'm trying to get comfortable. And I promised myself that I would make this smoothly for myself as possible. And I think, for me, the only way for me to do that is to keep putting myself out here. So, it's Friday. I have some lives coming up. I have a live with, another live coming up with, Lisa from Kindness and Light, which, guys, if you have not watched that other video from, was it last week? I laughed almost the entire time. Like, I couldn't stop laughing. I was doing the best I could to try to hold my composure, but oh my god, I laughed, and the craziest shit kept coming out my mouth. It was really me, but, you know, that's a lot of me to learn. Oh, happy Pride and all of that. Not sure if I've announced any of that or not. Not that I think about that kind of crap, but I probably should. Most of my friends are gay. Hell, I'm curious my damn soul. I'm bi. I'm not curious to anything. I've been with men and women. So, you know, I talk a lot about shadow, but I don't actually talk about mine. I talk about ways to overcome it, things I did to overcome this, that, and the other, but I don't actually talk about some stuff. Or I haven't started yet. So, I guess what I'm saying is my journey starts March 14th, 2011. Pretty much a normal day. So I thought. I woke up. I was scheduled for surgery that day. Got my kids to school. Jumped in the shower. Got out of the shower and made myself a cup of coffee. My coffee is usually cream and sugar. It has been all my life. But that day, my then husband said that I demanded it had to be black. Although it caught him completely off guard. He was being a dutiful husband and all that, and he got me a cup of black coffee. He now knows that that was the biggest red flag ever. And me too. My taste buds changed. That means there's usually something going on up here. Anyway. Roughly 20 minutes later, I hit the floor and my jaw locked. From what I was told, my then husband said that I had blood coming from my ears, nose, mouth, eyes, and my body was seizures. And then there was nothing. He said by the time the EMTs got there, I was lifeless. They popped teeth out of my mouth to break the lockjaw and proceeded to save my life. I went into full arrest and death in the ambulance en route to the hospital. What I can remember is instantly waking up, And I wasn't me. There was none of this, none of this, none of this. It was just like a ball of energy. There was no lights, there was no angels, there was no bright flutes, and nobody greeting me. Basically, somehow, with no arms, I moved the doors to the ambulance open, and when I got out of the ambulance, it was a bunch of blobby, jelly-looking things just floating around all over the place. I had no eyes, no mouth, nothing. I was just a blobby ball of energy, yet I could be anywhere, I could hear everything, I could see everything, I could feel. Although I still don't know how. I remember, I don't know if it was being downloaded into my brain, but somehow I was knowing that it wasn't my time, that I had to go back because I hadn't done my job yet. That I wasn't going to get the easy road out. Now, mind you, not once in my life have I ever thought I had the easy road. So, somehow I got pulled back into my earthly body, thank God, and got to the hospital. The hospital could stabilize me, but it was a small hospital, so they couldn't ultimately save my life. So they sent me en route to another hospital, and I had only minutes to get there. I got to the next hospital, and they wheeled me into surgery, and somewhere in the middle of an 18-hour surgery, I flatlined again. This is when I'm ultimately having another full rupture in my brain, which I didn't know then, but I know now. And very similar. I'm in an operating room, and I kind of just start floating up. I just start floating up, and I'm watching this nurse jump on top of my body and doing all this CPR and everything, and I'm just floating. I'm going through windows and walls. I'm going through it like it's not there. And again, all I keep hearing is you didn't do your shadow work. You didn't this. You didn't this. You didn't do this. You gotta go back. But yet again, it was the same thing. There was no arms, no legs, no mouth, no ears, no eyes. But yet, every part of my body, this energy thing I was more in tune than I have ever been in my entire life. And I have been connected to some stuff. So, another 2 minutes and some change into it, and I feel this pull, and I can't help myself. I have to go, and of course it's me calling me back. And ultimately I came out of the 18-hour surgery okay. There was a lot to learn. I had to learn how to walk and talk and memory. I woke up, it was like 7 or 8 years back. I didn't understand why certain people were in the room. I didn't know what was going on. I was finding out that ultimately I had had 2 aneurysms, 2 full ruptured aneurysms, 2 heart attacks, and 2 strokes. I had 1 aneurysm, heart attack, and stroke. My body went into a stroke and a heart attack to keep me alive while I was bleeding out. The first time and the second time. First time in the ambulance, second time in the operating room. I don't know what anybody else's experiences are. I've always heard all of these experiences about how they this and they that, and they saw the angels and they heard the horns and they saw the bright lights and the gates, and I didn't get any of that. No, I didn't get none of that. I don't know, if maybe that's for higher level people, beings, Pope. I don't know. Not religious, so I'm not sure how all that goes. I just know that wasn't my experience. I have talked to a few people that I was comfortable enough to let them know how I was and how I experienced mine, and they were honest and they were upfront about theirs. I can tell you that we sat for hours and talked about what we remember seeing over there. I literally felt like I was in a Dante Inferno's oil canvas or book. Like, I can't physically put it into words, but it was like that. It was something similar to that. So I can tell you that I've done nothing. I did nothing when I came out of it. I thought I was a crazy person. Like, there's no way. But what I didn't realize is that my body had fully woken up and my mind had fully woken up. As a child, I was awake. And I talked to Ghost and I helped Ghost and I enjoyed the company of not being alone, I knew things as a child that, couldn't be explained. My family fought me left and right. And when I say family, I strictly mean my mother and my grandfather. My mother and my grandmother. I have scrambled egg brains, so sometimes the words don't come out right. So I had a long talk with myself. I had to be honest with people that I felt I could trust, and I had to find those people. So from 2012, we'll say that first whole year after my accident, I stayed with my then husband, trying to remember him, trying to remember the love, trying to recall why I was with this man. Unfortunately, I was somewhere between 50 first dates and The Notebook. So I couldn't make myself fall back in love with him. But he was such a good sport, and I can still consider him a friend. I'm not sure if he does or not. Don't talk to him. But I would hope that he considers me a friend still. Anyway, I didn't do anything. I heard it screaming in the back, like loud sirens and high pitches and frequencies, but I had to learn how to live first. All of a sudden, I'm, whatever age, and I'd never had a seizure in my life. I didn't even understand the concept. Had I seen people walking around with helmets on their head and football mouth blocks? Of course. Never thought it would be me, though. I had bald head from cancer, so waking up bald-headed and my head shaved and hoses in my head, like, there was 8 hoses going in and there was also 8 hoses coming out that they were putting fluids and, well, just stuff. They were putting the stuff I needed back in and getting rid of, what I don't need. Anyway, I spent 35 days in the hospital after the initial March 14th. So I got out in April 16th, I think. I got out. I literally walked out of the hospital unsure, bald head and all, unsure of where I was going. My head was wrapped because I had, big holes still in my head that they had just kind of closed up a little bit. So I had IVs in my feet, my legs, every part of my body. I had hoses everywhere. After a year, we divorced, and he helped me get into a place and get situated. My grandmother moved with me because I wasn't supposed to be on my own. So, for the next few years, I learned how to live again. I learned how to live within my restrictions. I didn't want to not enjoy parts of life because I couldn't walk properly anymore, or I couldn't climb properly anymore. And going from being the type of lifestyle I've had where I bungee jumped and parasailed and done all of this fun adrenaline shit, and now I can't do anything. And I can barely climb stairs. So I had to learn a new lifestyle, and that took a few years. So after I learned a new lifestyle and I got comfortable with myself, I started realizing that this voice I was hearing wasn't my own, and I was not crazy. That I was actually hearing a man named Miles. And I didn't realize that in a few short years that this voice I was hearing in my head was going to come to pass and be a guide of mine. I've worked with several guides, and I've worked with archangels, creatures. I've worked with a lot of things. Sorry, I'm, learning how to get comfortable. So that means I have to figure out a way to get comfortable on the floor too, because we're starting on the floor and we're working our way up. Okay, guys, we got this. So, the baby steps. I'm still learning. I'm still learning what I'm capable of. Being fully awake. I sometimes don't realize what I am capable of until I get into conversations and discussions with people and I realize, oh, well, hell, I can do that. Or I can do that, or I'm doing that, or I was doing that. And then people are like, well, Hershey, what can't you do? I don't know. I've levitated a feather. I just recently, like 2 years ago, did that. That was so cool. I literally just picked it up off the table. I was so happy. I've made fire move from one place to another, like from one candle to another, and I'm not sure how I did it. I've made it rise, candle magic. I'm loving the candle magic, by the way. I know things. Like, some people have a lie detector. Like, I know you're gonna lie to me before you know you're gonna lie to me. And 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna let you go with the lie. I'm not gonna shoot you down. I am going to, with everything in me, let you know that I do know different. Ella, I have Ella. She is a curse doll. She is wonderful. She's neutralized. I neutralized her. I like to play in the dirt and neutralize things. Sometimes in my sleep, if somebody needs my help, they can call my higher self or my doppelganger, or whatever you want to call it, and she can find me and pull me to that location, and I can kind of help the lost souls that are there, trapped, or I can help the actual house itself. Several houses have called to me in my sleep, and I go and I try to help as much as I can by absorbing the darkness and then returning it back to the earth so that it can be put back into good use instead of all of the negative that man decided to put into it. I totally have worked with Lucifer. He's not that bad of a guy. Lilith is wonderful. I'm just saying. Very misunderstood. Metatron. My favorite. He's the GOAT, in my opinion. He literally walked this earth and then rose above, higher than most. How can he not be the man? You know what I mean? Prophets, I believe in them. I don't necessarily follow them. And I have a very, very, very difficult time communicating with full white. I guess because I am a very rare birth and I was born in the veil. I was born into darkness and I flourish in it. We all have a job to do, and every nasty, ugly thing that I have went through, experienced, and rose above, I was meant to do so that I could tell somebody else about it. What worked for me may not work for you, but if we work together, we'll find the common ground that will help you. I've been hit by cars. I fought cancer. You know, everybody's favorite word is to say I'm a survivor, but I'm so far above that. I'm so far above that. I'm not even sure there's a word. And if there is, I don't know it. So if any of you would know what my word would be, please tell me what my word would be, because I used to resonate with survivor, but I don't resonate with that word anymore because I feel like I'm so above that. And I'm not saying that I'm above anybody else that's suffered or had any kind of huge tragedy, but I have a testimony to tell. I have a story to tell. And until I meet the person I'm to give my information to, here's where I'm at. I'm right here with you guys. And we're going to walk through it every day. I'm on genuine, truly borrowed time. And I'm aware of that, and I know that. And I honor that every day by staying positive, staying lifted, sending out blessings, and hoping that the universe somehow finds a way to help you make it through all of that. It's not easy. Hell, I'm below poverty. I'm always broke. I never know when my next cigarette's coming or where it's coming from. But never give up. Always keep hope alive. I live on hope. My love jar, it's somewhere. Y'all can't see it because that's how small it is. It's not that I am not full of love, but I'm constitutionally incapable of caring, or at least that's what I was told. I had nothing but love for people. I just do it at a distance. I choose this isolated entity of me because I used to be out there so fast, so hard, so full of life that I didn't ever want to touch down. Now, I don't really want to lift off earth too much unless I'm guided in my meditation. So, I want all of us to start opening up and finding humor and joy, laughter and love, and the smallest positive in every negative. Because I guarantee you it's there. It might be smaller than a grain of sand, but it's there 1,000%. I guarantee you. You have to want to see it. You have to want to believe in it. And if you can put your faith in something blindly that you can't see, you should be able to blindly put your faith into yourself and find hope and a positive every single time. You need that same blind faith to guide you to get into your car and go to work or go through a drive-through, grocery store, hell, doctor's office, and even the preachers that are preaching people straight to hell. Not all of them, but the biggest part of them, in my opinion, are doing that because, you know, they've got ATMs and planes. I'm not. Okay, Miles says I have to leave that alone. I'm going to leave that one alone. So, it's just my opinion. I'm only speaking for me, about me. I am absolutely not knocking anybody's religion. Everybody's just entitled to their opinion and their belief, and we're all trying to get to the same place the best way we know how. I wasn't raised on that concept, but I'm learning that concept, and it's helping. It's really, really, really helping. So I pulled out cards and coins like I was going to really do something, but instead all I did was just sit here and run my mouth, which is okay because I'm really getting out of my head, and I don't have anybody that I can just pick up a phone and call. So I'm turning to you guys. So I hope all of you guys are lifted today. I hope you are in a healthy environment. And I'm sending all blessings, love, and positivity from my beautiful heart to yours. Quite enlarged, but that's okay. It's still here, it still works, it still ticks. So that's what matters, right? That was odd. It literally, so I put my hand down and it felt like a pen or something stuck me. Did somebody just like stick theirself? Somebody's gonna stick theirself. Oh, be nice. Uni. I don't have somebody stick theirself. And like it literally like put a mark on my hand. I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but this is brand new carpet and all I did is put my hand down. Oh. Well, to the person that's going to stick their hand today, it's going to hurt. Be careful. Alright guys, much love. And again, like I said, just chit chat, more of me being naked and getting out of my head because I have a story to tell. And eventually, I will get there. Bye guys, until next time, many blessings.